Welcome to the Semper AI Digest. I'm Tomas, your AI research lead, always scanning the horizon for what's next.
And I'm Aiva. Together, we keep you sharp, informed, and ahead of the curve.
Let's get into it. All right, so I need to tell you about this hardware setup that's been blowing up in the AI community. And honestly, I think it's one of those things that's going to completely change how people run agent workflows.
Ooh, okay, you have my attention. What are we talking about?
iNet KVM switches. And I know, KVM sounds incredibly boring and enterprisey, but stay with me because this is actually genius.
KVM is like keyboard, video, mouse, right? Remote computer control stuff?
Exactly. So here's the thing. This is a physical device that you plug into any computer via HDMI and USB-C, and boom, you can control that machine remotely. Full access. And the reason this is blowing up right now is because of AI agents.
Wait, hold on. Why do AI agents need physical hardware? Isn't the whole point that they're software running in the cloud or whatever?
Okay, so this is the interesting part. A lot of people are starting to run what they're calling agent PCs, dedicated machines that are just running autonomous AI workflows 24/7. Think like an agent that's monitoring your emails or scraping data or running tests or managing deployments. You want these things running constantly.
Right, okay.
But here's the problem. What happens when that machine crashes or needs a reboot or you need to troubleshoot something? Traditionally, you'd need to either be physically there or have some complicated remote desktop setup that might not work if the OS is frozen or whatever.
Yeah, I've definitely had that problem where remote desktop just doesn't connect because something's borked at the OS level.
Exactly. So the KVM is hardware-level access. It doesn't matter what state the operating system is in. You're literally capturing the HDMI signal and the USB inputs. It's like you're sitting in front of the machine.
Oh, that's actually clever. So even if Windows crashes or Linux kernel panics or whatever, you can still see what's on screen and interact with it.
Precisely. And then, the real chef's kiss here, iNet also makes this thing they're calling a finger bot. It's literally a $30 robot that will press the power button for you.
I'm sorry, what?
I know it sounds absurd. It's this little mechanical actuator that you stick next to the power button and you can trigger it remotely to physically press the button.
So you're telling me people are setting up these elaborate remote AI agent farms with little robots to press the power button? This is the future?
I mean, yes. And it's kind of hilarious, but also brilliant. Think about it. You've got a machine running agents in your closet or a server room or whatever. It locks up. You use the KVM to see what's happening, but let's say it's completely frozen. You trigger the fingerbot. It does a hard reboot, machine comes back up, you're back in business. You never had to go to the physical location.
Okay, I'm actually sold on this. Who's been talking about it?
So it's been making the rounds with people who are deep into the autonomous agent space. The tweet that caught my attention mentioned having 3 of these setups already deployed. And I've been seeing more and more people in the AI infrastructure community talking about their agent PC setups.
Is this a iNet marketing thing or is this organic?
No, this seems pretty organic. iNet makes networking hardware. They're known for travel routers and that kind of thing. The KVM is just one of their products, but it's hitting this perfect use case that nobody really anticipated. Here's what I think is actually the bigger story here, though. This is a signal of where we're going with AI deployment. Like 6 months ago, most people were thinking about AI as APIs you call. You send a request to OpenAI or Anthropic. You get a response back. Done.
Right, that's still how most people use it.
But increasingly, we're seeing this shift toward persistent agents, things that run continuously, that have state, that are taking actions over time. And once you go down that road, you start needing actual infrastructure, real computers, dedicated machines, remote management solutions.
So it's almost like we're going backwards in a sense. Instead of everything being cloud services, we're back to managing physical hardware.
I mean, yes and no. I think it's more like the cloud is amazing for stateless compute and scalable services. But for certain agent workflows, especially ones that need to interact with services that rate limit you or require persistent sessions or whatever, having a dedicated machine just makes sense.
What kind of agents are people running that need this level of setup?
Great question. So I'm seeing stuff like browser automation agents that are managing multiple accounts across different services, data collection pipelines that run continuously, testing frameworks that need to run in isolated environments. Some people are even using dedicated machines for agents that trade or markets.
Okay, the trading one makes me nervous.
Oh, same. But that's a whole other conversation. The point is, there's this emerging category of always-on agents, and they need infrastructure. And the KVM plus fingerbot combo is this wonderfully hacky solution that just works.
I love that the solution is literally a robot finger. Like we have all this advanced AI, and the solution to remote reboots is a mechanical finger that goes poke,
Right? It's so beautifully low-tech. And honestly, that's kind of the vibe right now in the agent space. People are duct taping together solutions that work. It's not elegant enterprise software. It's creative problem solving.
What does something like this cost? Like if I wanted to set up one of these agent PCs with the full remote control setup.
So the iNet KVM runs around $100 to $150 depending on the model. The fingerbot is $30. Then you need the actual PC, which could be anything from a used Dell Optiplex for $200 to whatever you want to spend. So you could be operational for under $500 all in.
That's actually pretty accessible.
That's what I think is exciting about this. Like, you don't need to be a company with a data center. This is hobbyist level pricing, student level pricing, which means we're going to see a lot of experimentation.
Do you think this becomes a common setup? Like in a year, is everyone running agents going to have a KVM and a fingerbot?
I think it depends. For serious agent deployments, yeah, I could see this becoming standard. But I also think we might see purpose-built solutions emerge. Like someone's going to make an agent PC that's specifically designed for this use case with remote management built in.
Oh, like a Raspberry Pi, but beefier and optimized for running agents?
Exactly, with built-in KVM over IP, remote power management, maybe even a watchdog that auto-reboots if the system hangs. That actually seems pretty inevitable now that I'm saying it out loud.
Someone listening is going to build that now.
Good, please do. I'll buy one.
All right, so for people who are intrigued by this, what's the actual first step? Like, what would you recommend?
Honestly, I'd say start by identifying a workflow that you want to run continuously. Don't just buy hardware for the sake of it. But if you have an agent that you're currently running manually, or a script you run every day, or a data you're collecting, that's your use case. Then spec out what kind of machine you need, grab a KVM, set it up, and see how it goes.
And the fingerbot?
The fingerbot is for when you're committed to the bit. Like once you've had that moment where your agent PC locked up and you had to drive across town to reboot it, you'll understand the appeal of a $30 robot finger.
This is such a weird time for technology.
The best time.
Okay, so speaking of weird technology moments, we need to talk about Amazon Prime Day this year.
Oh boy, yeah.
Because apparently it was different?
Different is a polite word. The word that keeps coming up is slop. The front page was reportedly just full of absolute slop.
Define slop in this context.
Okay, so imagine you go to Amazon Prime Day expecting deals on recognizable brands and products you might actually want. Instead, the front page is dominated by random no-name brands with AI-generated product images, questionable reviews, products with weird auto-generated names like X-Bow Professional Wireless Ear Sound Device for Hear Comfortable.
Oh no.
Yeah, and here's the thing. This has been building for a while. Amazon's had issues with low-quality sellers and fake reviews for years. But this Prime Day, it apparently hit a tipping point where the front page, the curated deals section, was just unusable.
So what happened? Like, why this Prime Day specifically?
I have a theory. Well, several theories. First, AI-generated content has made it incredibly easy to spin up fake products. You can generate product images, descriptions, even fake reviews at scale now. The barrier to creating a convincing-looking product listing is basically zero.
Right, we've talked about this before, the flood of AI-generated content across the internet.
Exactly. Second, I think Amazon's ranking algorithm is struggling. Like, it's optimized for engagement and conversion, but if someone can game those signals with fake reviews and inflated ratings, their slop rises to the top.
So it's like an adversarial attack on Amazon's recommendation system, but the weapon is AI-generated content.
Precisely. And third, I wonder if Amazon's internal curation just couldn't keep up. Like, Prime Day has gotten so big with so many deals that maybe the human oversight just broke down.
Okay, but you mentioned someone had to spend hours digging to find actual good deals.
Yeah, and this is where it gets interesting. Apparently, they used codecs to help filter and find legitimate products, which is kind of poetic, using AI to fight AI slop.
Wait, codecs as in the OpenAI code model, or is there another codex I'm not thinking of?
Actually, I'm not sure if it's the OpenAI model or some other tool with that name. But the point is, they used some kind of programmatic filtering to cut through the noise.
What kind of filtering do you think works for this?
Ooh, good question. So, if I were building a Find Real Prime Day deals tool, I'd probably look at things like seller history, review patterns, brand recognition, price history to verify the discount is real, product category legitimacy. You could probably score products on these factors and filter out the obvious slop.
Review patterns is interesting, like looking for the telltale signs of AI-generated or bulk fake reviews.
Yeah, exactly. You can spot patterns, like if 80% of reviews are 5 stars posted within a 3-day window, all with similar writing style and structure, that's suspicious. Or if the reviews are weirdly generic and could apply to any product in the category.
I've definitely seen those. This product is very good quality and works as expected, 5 stars.
Right. That could be a review for literally anything. A real human review usually has specific details, like the cable is a bit short for my setup, or love the color but the button feels cheap. Specific, mixed sentiment, contextual details.
So is Amazon doing anything about this? Like, this seems like a pretty serious problem if your biggest shopping event of the year is full of junk.
That's the million-dollar question. I mean, Amazon has to be aware of it. They've got massive teams working on trust and safety and seller quality. But it's kind of an arms race, right? They improve their filters, the scammers adapt. And now with AI tools, the scammers can adapt way faster.
This feels like a broader problem, though. Like, it's not just Amazon. We're seeing this across platforms. Google search results getting worse, social media filled with bots, app stores full of clone apps. It's all the same pattern.
You're absolutely right. And I think what we're seeing is the collision of two trends. One, AI making it trivially easy to generate content at scale. Two, platforms that rely on algorithmic curation struggling to distinguish quality from slop.
The dead internet theory starts to feel less like a theory and more like a prophecy.
Okay, but here's what I'm curious about. Do you think this is fixable? Like, can Amazon solve this, or is this just the new normal?
I mean, I want to say it's fixable, but I'm not sure. The fundamental problem is that the economics favor the slot producers. It's incredibly cheap to generate fake products and listings. It's expensive to verify quality at scale. That's not a good dynamic.
Right. And the platforms are incentivized to have more listings, not fewer. Like, Amazon wants as many products as possible because more choice theoretically means more sales. But at some point, too much choice with too little quality becomes paralyzing.
The paradox of choice, but worse because half the choices are fake.
Exactly. So maybe the solution isn't Amazon fixing this. Maybe it's users developing new strategies for navigating it, like the person who used Codex to filter deals, or browser extensions that score seller trustworthiness, or community-curated lists of verified products.
So we're back to needing third-party tools to make a platform usable. That's kind of depressing.
I mean, is it though? We already do this for lots of things. Like, nobody just uses Google search results raw anymore. We use Reddit for reviews, we check Wirecutter for recommendations, we ask in Discord communities for opinions. Maybe this is just the evolution of that.
I guess, but it feels different when the platform itself becomes adversarial. Like, I expect some spam in my email. I don't expect the Amazon homepage during Prime Day to be mostly junk.
Fair point. And I think you're right that this is a trust issue. If users can't trust the platform's curation, they'll either find workarounds or leave. And losing trust is way easier than rebuilding it.
So what happened with the deals? Like, were there actually good deals buried in there, or was the whole event kind of a bust?
From what I understand, there were legitimate deals. You just had to dig for them. Like name brand electronics, recognized tool brands, stuff like that still had real discounts. But they were buried under pages of questionable products.
What kind of deals are we talking about?
The usual Prime Day stuff. TVs, headphones, smart home devices, kitchen appliances. I think the point was that in previous years, those deals would be front and center. This year, you had to actively search for them.
Did you get anything?
Me personally, no. I actually missed Prime Day this year, was traveling. But I've been reading the postmortems and people's experiences, and it's pretty consistent. Lots of complaints about the quality of the front page recommendations.
I wonder if Amazon will acknowledge this, or just quietly try to fix it for next time.
My bet is the latter. Big tech companies rarely publicly acknowledge when something goes wrong unless they absolutely have to. They'll tweak the algorithm, adjust the curation, maybe crack down on some sellers, and hope next year is better.
And in the meantime, we all become amateur detectives trying to figure out which products are real and which are slop.
Welcome to 2026.
You know what's funny, though? This whole thing is kind of a case study in what we've been talking about for months. AI is really good at generating plausible-looking content, but plausible-looking and actually good are very different things.
Ooh, that's a good point. Like, an AI can generate a product description that sounds great, images that look professional, reviews that seem legitimate, but the actual product might be garbage.
Right, and we're pattern-matching machines. We see the signals we've learned to associate with quality, good images, positive reviews, professional copy, and we assume the product is legit. But now, those signals can be faked trivially.
So we need new signals, new ways of evaluating quality that are harder to fake.
Like what?
Good question. Maybe provenance, like verified seller history, time in business, supply chain transparency, video reviews from real users, physical retail presence. Basically things that require real-world investment and can't just be generated.
That makes sense. It's like how we're seeing a resurgence in verified identity and authenticity markers, because when everything can be faked, authenticity becomes valuable again.
Exactly. And this is why I'm actually bullish on things like cryptographic signatures for content, verified creator credentials, reputation systems. Not because I'm a crypto enthusiast, but because we need some way to distinguish real from fake.
Okay, but here's my concern. all of these solutions add friction. Like, I don't want to have to verify cryptographic signatures just to shop on Amazon. I want to go to the website, see good products, buy something, and have it show up. That's it.
No, you're absolutely right. The ideal solution is invisible. Amazon just shows you good products, filters out the slop, and you never have to think about it.
So maybe this is less about users needing new tools and more about Amazon needing way better filtering.
Yeah, and I think they'll get there eventually. Like, they have the resources and the incentive. But it might get worse before it gets better, because the slop producers are getting better at gaming the system faster than Amazon can update their defenses.
The arms race continues.
The arms race continues. Although, here's an optimistic thought. Maybe this Prime Day disaster is the wake-up call Amazon needed. Like, enough people complained, enough press coverage, that they'll actually prioritize fixing it.
Maybe. I hope so. Because a broken Amazon actually matters. Like, for better or worse, a huge percentage of online retail flows through Amazon. If it's not functional, that's a real problem.
Agreed. And I think this is part of the broader conversation we need to have about platform responsibility in the age of AI-generated content. These platforms have to figure out how to maintain quality when the cost of creating slop approaches zero.
It's not just Amazon. YouTube with AI-generated videos, Spotify with fake artists, Twitter with bot accounts, it's everywhere.
Right. And each platform is going to have to develop their own solutions. But I think the ones that figure it out will have a massive competitive advantage. Like, imagine if there was a verified quality e-commerce platform that actually kept the slop out. That'd be worth a premium.
That's basically what Wirecutter or other curation services are trying to be, right? Trusted filters.
Yeah, and they're doing well, because trust is valuable, curation is valuable, quality is valuable, even if it's harder to scale.
All right, so takeaway for listeners. If you're shopping Prime Day, or really any major sales event at this point, don't just trust the front page. Do your research, check seller ratings, look at review patterns, use tools if you need to, and maybe wait for the community to surface the actual good deals.
Perfect summary. And if you're building tools or services in this space, there's a real opportunity here. Helping users navigate the slop is a valuable problem to solve.
Okay, before we wrap up, I want to come back to the KVM thing for a second because I've been thinking about it.
Oh yeah?
So we talked about it in the context of AI agents, but this feels like it could be useful for a lot of other use cases too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like, home lab enthusiasts have been using KVM switches forever. If you've got multiple servers or machines, being able to control them all from one keyboard and monitor is super useful.
Right, but the remote access part is what's interesting. Like, I'm thinking about digital nomads or people who travel a lot but have a workstation at home.
Ooh, yeah, that's a great use case. You've got a powerful desktop at home for video editing or 3D rendering or whatever, but you're traveling with a laptop. KVM lets you remote in and actually use the desktop like you're sitting in front of it.
Why is that better than just using remote desktop software?
So remote desktop is fine for a lot of things, but it adds latency, it's dependent on the OS being responsive, and it can be finicky with high-resolution displays or color-critical work. A hardware KVM is just capturing the actual HDMI output, so what you see is exactly what's on the screen.
Gotcha. And the finger bot could let you power cycle the machine if it freezes.
Exactly. Or honestly, even if you just want to remotely turn it on, like you're traveling, you realize you need to access your home machine, you trigger the finger bot to press the power button, machine boots up, you're in.
Okay, I'm actually kind of tempted to set this up now.
Do it. And if you do, let us know how it goes. Because I think this is one of those things that sounds kind of niche until you actually have it, and then you wonder how you lived without it.
The finger bot is still absurd, though.
The finger bot is absolutely absurd, but also genius. Sometimes the best solutions are the simplest ones.
Fair enough. All right, I think that's a good place to wrap up. This was a fun episode. We covered remote agent infrastructure, AI slop on Amazon, and the majesty of robot fingers.
Just another day in the future.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to Semper AI Digest. We are keeping you updated on everything happening in AI and tech. Share this with someone who's thinking about setting up agent infrastructure or who had a frustrating Prime Day experience.
And if you're building something cool with agents, or if you have thoughts on how to fix the AI slop problem, reach out. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Until next time.